Greetings, YouTubers. How's it going out there in YouTube land? Hopefully it's going pretty good for you. Well, let's just jump right into the video. Today we are working on the old Trailblazer. Finally got the front end back together. I got into an accident a few weeks ago, and a lot of the stuff on the front of these vehicles nowadays is just plastic, so ended up busting a lot of stuff on the front of it and got it all back together and everything, so she's looking pretty good. But the issue I had both the airbags go off. It was just a hit hard enough to deploy the airbags, so I got those replaced, got them back in. But and there's the other one over there. Let me tell you what, that is not fun to get in. You really gotta get your hands up under the dash and get two screws out. But maybe I'll do a video on that later. But the issue I have, of course, pretty typical, is when you start it up, the airbag light still is on because the SRS computer, the airbag computer, has hard data in it, and it either has to be erased, or you have to get another SRS module, airbag module, and put in your vehicle. I want to show you where this one is in this vehicle. There's a lot of confusion, not much write-ups or info online about where this one is. And basically what I got to do is find it, pull it out, send it off, and have it for $40. The code's cleared and reset, and I can put it back in, and this will go back off. Or I can just find another one with the same serial number and buy it for the same price and put it back in the vehicle, and I'm good to go. So I want to quickly show you how to find it and where it is. Basically, it's under the console here, if you will, sort of. But really, it's actually in the far back, behind the console, back here where the back seat is. I'll pull this piece of carpet back, and there it is. It's sitting right there. I don't know if you can kind of see it. This is what we got to take out. Now you look at it, you think, well, we could just unhook that plug, take some screws out here, and we're good to go. Well, you can get to the one right where my finger is, but the other two up here, forget it. They are covered up by this plate. So what you have to do is basically take this console out, and it's not too bad to take out. You just got some little 7mm screws. I believe it was 7mm, 7 and 10. And once you get those taken out, there's two screws there you got to take out. There's a couple of screws down here you got to take out. One there. Don't forget these are hidden. And there's one right there. And take this piece here off, which is sitting right here. This actually got broken. I'm going to replace it. A couple screws hold that in. And once you get the gear shift off, which is sitting down there, that takes a little tiny guy like this, a T10 star bit, to get this very little. I'm going to have to walk around here and show you real quick. This little guy here out of the gear shift, so you can slide this off of this here, and whatever you do, don't break this. You break this, you're going to be up a creek. Pull this off, and this bottom piece here just got some clips on it. You pull this off, then you can pretty much pull this console out. All right, let me go back on the other side real quick. Getting my exercise for the day, that's for sure. Then once you do that, you pull up on the console. You have to wrestle around with it. Get it up so high, and you got this plug here. You got to disconnect one of these funky guys here. It's got a handle on it. And once you unplug that, we can pull this out. I think I might be able to do this with one hand real quick. I'm shooting this on my cell phone because I thought, you know, I'm halfway through this. I might as well make a video because I know somebody's going to want to know where this airbag crash computer is. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of lift up on this like this and pull it out. There we go. We'll set this off to the side. And then we're down to the nitty-gritty here. What we have to do next is take off some bolts on this bracket right here that runs up through here. There's two bolts nuts there, two there, one right there, and then you got one right there where my finger is, where my very long fingernails are. Then once we loosen that, we can lift this up far enough, probably just kind of push it off to the side and take these other bolts out of this SRS computer. Well, they didn't make it difficult. They could have just slid this back 3 inches and just turned it sideways where you could have easy access into it, but no, let's make your life a little difficult. So this is what we're going to be doing. Let me go ahead and take these out and we'll get this out. Okay, so we got them all out. Just a side note, actually there was one over here I believe hidden, one right there, and one right here under this boot cover. These are 13 millimeter, and now you can see we can pull this up out of here out of the way, and you can pretty much have access to those bolts, but you're not still going to be able to pull this bracket out. You're just going to have to work around it, lift up on it, maybe prop something up on it like this, and this will give you access to get in here and get a little ratchet or something, or socket, and take this off. So let me go ahead and get this off. Alright, so we got 2 of them. There's one more here, and this is basically how you can get it out. Just get your ratchet up under there and kind of take it off like this. And we'll probably have to set the camera down. Let's see if I can do this with one hand without cutting myself. Okay, maybe I can get it. Love the Trailblazers, they ride nice, but I'm gonna sell this one, and I'm gonna buy me an Envoy that basically is just a clone of the Trailblazer. The front ends are a little different. They got the round fog lights versus the square ones like this, and the back end's slightly different, but I'm gonna jump into an Envoy very soon. All right, now we're ready to slide this out. All of that just to get this out. But there's hard data on here. When you get into an accident or any of your airbags deploy, there's nothing you can do about this. Like I said, send it off, $40. There's plenty of places online and on eBay that will redo this for you, clear the hard codes, and put it back in. So this is what we're going to do. I hope this video helps you guys out. All I gotta do is unhook this wire, this plug, and we're good to go. But I thought I'd make a quick video in case you guys have a problem with your airbag light staying on. There we go, B0051 or B0051, and there's the other 2 codes. Those are for the sensors on the front of the crash bar. Those have been replaced, but other than that, this code here basically says, the first code there you see basically says that has to be reprogrammed or hard data erased. So in a nutshell, that's what we got going on here. Alright, so that's it. Kind of got a mess here, but at least you know where the SRS crash sensor computer is. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and I'll have an update a little bit later. Once I get the other one in, I'll let you know how I fix it and all that. Hopefully you won't have to go through this, but it doesn't take much of a hit in the front to sit off your airbags now. So be careful driving out there and be a defensive driver. And until my next video, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.